Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at a set called admission test set. So this set is often rated as medium to difficult in terms of difficulty level, and we provide you a 10-minute solution in this video. So before looking at the video, please try this set once all by yourself. If you're someone who's trying this set for the first time, the questions will be there in the upcoming slide. So this is the set and these are the set of questions. You can pause the video, try this set entirely and then look ahead. Let's first start by reading the question. Applicants for the doctoral programs of AIE and BIE. So there are two institutes, AIE and BIE, and the applicants for this have to appear for an exam called CET, Common Entrance Test. The test has three sections: physics, chemistry and mathematics. Okay, so it has three sections, M, P and C. Among those appearing for CET, those at or above 80th percentile in at least two sections and at or above 90th percentile overall are selected for another exam, AET, conducted by AIE. So here, whoever scores 80th percentile or more in at least two of these, either in M and P or P and C or M and C, and 90th percentile overall will be selected for one more exam that is called AET, and that is conducted by the institute AIE. Okay, so AET is used by AIE for final selection of the candidates. So this exam AET will be used for the final selection for AIE. Okay, so let's move forward. For the 200 students who are at or above 90th percentile overall based on CET, the following are known about the performance in CET. So now we are looking at the set of those 200 students who are at or above 90th percentile overall. So if someone is at or above 90th percentile overall, he can be greater than or equal to 80% or less than 80% in all these three, M, P and C. So we'll take three sets, M, P and C, and these sets represent those students who are greater than or equal to 80 percentile in those sections. And obviously this entire set contains those students who are greater than or equal to 90% overall. So here it is given that no one is below 80th percentile in all three sections. This means that those students who are outside these sets and within this 90 percentile overall set are 0. Let's move to point 2. 150 are at or above 80th percentile in exactly two sections. So exactly two sections is this A, B and C, right? So A represents that section where it is common to M and P. Similarly, B represents common for M and C, and P represents C represents for P and C. So these are those sections, and what is given about them? A plus B plus C is equal to 150. That is given. So that is our equation 1. Next, point number 3. The number of candidates at or above 80th percentile only in P is the same as the number of candidates at or above 80th percentile only in C, and that is same as 80th percentile only in M. So only in P, only in C and only in M means only in P is this region, only in C is this region, only in M is this region. They told that these three are same, so we will represent them with some X. Right? So let's move to point number 4. So this is giving about some ratios. So as of now, the only unfilled part is the common for all the three, that is D. So equation 2 we can get as 3x plus D is equal to 200 minus 150. Why? Because all of this is 200 together and this is 0, right? And we know that A plus B plus C is 150. So the remaining x plus x plus x plus d, that is 3x plus d, should be equal to 50. Now let's move to point number 4. The number of candidates below 80th percentile in P is to the number of candidates below 80th percentile in C is to the number of candidates below 80th percentile in M is equal to 4:2:1. Right? So those candidates who are below 80th percentile in P means this P represents those candidates who are at or above 80th percentile in P. So all these candidates are those candidates who are below 80th percentile in P. That is equal to x plus b plus x. So that is 2x plus b. right? Similarly, for C it is x plus a plus x, 2x plus a. Similarly for M, so this is M, x plus c plus x, 2x plus c. So 2x plus b is to 2x plus a is to 2x plus c is equal to 4 is to 2 is to 1. So now we can assume this proportion constant as some k. In that case, we'll have 2x plus b as 4k, 2x plus a as 2k, and 2x plus c as k. And here we know a plus b plus c is equal to 150. So to use this in this set of ratio, the only way you can do it is by adding these three. So 2x plus b plus 2x plus a plus 2x plus c. If you add LHS, so that is 6x plus a plus b plus c is equal to RHS is 7k. And we know that a plus b plus c is 150. So 6x plus 150 is equal to 7k, right? Now we have these equations and there is more data given. So that data is written here. Let's see what that data is. BIE uses a different process for selection. So for AIE, AET is the final exam. That much we know. So BIE is using a different process. What is that process? If any candidate is appearing in the AET by AIE, BIE considers their AET score for final selection provided that the candidate is at or above 80th percentile in P. So there are two conditions here for BIE. The first condition is if the candidate gets selected for AET. So if the candidate is writing AET exam and has greater than or equal to 80th percentile in physics, right? So it considers AET score. The second thing is any other candidate at or above 80th percentile in P. Again, in the second case also it wants greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P. So for those candidates who are not eligible for AET, is required to appear for a separate test conducted by BE for being considered for final selection. So they will write a separate test, right? Altogether, there are 400 candidates this year who are at or above 80th percentile in P. So, BIE considers only those candidates who are greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P, right? And it is given that 400 such students are there. So, we have written these 2 points here, right? So, now if you see clearly, there is one P here. So, this set of P is greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P as well as greater than or equal to 90 percentile overall. So there is one more set which is equal to greater than or equal to 80 percentile in P and maybe less than 90th percentile overall, right? So that will be equal to 400, which is the total greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P, minus n of P in this set. So that is equal to 400 minus x plus a plus d plus c. So you need to just keep this in mind, right? So let's move ahead. Now let us first look at question 1. What best can be concluded about the number of candidates sitting for the separate test for BIE who were at or above 90th percentile overall in CET? So those candidates who are at or above 90th percentile in CET is this set, right? So among these, who will be separating for a separate test in BIE, right? Those candidates who are not writing AET. So which candidates are writing AET? Those candidates who are at greater than or equal to 80th percentile in at least 2 subjects like M or P or C or M or C or MPC also, at least 2 subjects, right? So these candidates will be writing AET. So other than these, people will not be writing AET. So among those students who will be writing a separate test for BIE, those students are greater than or equal to 80th percentile in physics, right? So now essentially they are asking about this set. They are asking what is X. Once you understood this, let us try to find what is x, right? Let's move ahead. Now we need to find what is this x. So let us have a look at the equations. So this is something where the LHS is a multiple of 6, 150 is also multiple of 6, and RHS is a multiple of 7. So this essentially would have limited solutions. Let us check if that is the case. We have 6x plus 150 is equal to 7k. So if you take 6 common, x plus 25 is equal to 7k. So now 6 and 7 do not have any common factor, right? So x plus 25 must be a multiple of 7. So x plus 25 can be 28, 35, 42 and so on. But we have one more equation where x is involved. 3x plus d is equal to 50. So let us also look at this equation. 3x plus d is equal to 50. What is the greatest value x can take? So x can at max take, say d is as less as possible. X can at max take 16, because if x is 17, 3x itself will be greater than 50. So sorry, x is less than or equal to 16, can at max take 16. With this, now we have x plus 25 as all these values. What will be x? X will be either 3 or 10 or 17, so on. But we got x is less than or equal to 16. So x can be either 3 or 10, right? So we got the answer for this. X is equal to either 3 or 10. So now once x is equal to either 3 or 10, and there's no other equation where you can definitely find what x is. So if x is equal to 3, what is k? K is equal to, so if x is equal to 3, this is 28, 7 4s 28. So k will be 24. If x is equal to 10, k will be what? This will be 35, 7 5 is 35, 6 5 is 30. So k will be 30. So if x is equal to 3, k equal to 24, x equal to 10, k equal to 30. These are only two possibilities of x and k. Now let's move ahead to question number 2. So we got these two from previous question. If the number of candidates who are at or above 90th percentile overall, so again they are talking about this set, and also at or above 80th percentile in all the three sections, so in all the three sections D, is actually a multiple of 5. So they are saying D is a multiple of 5, 5 into some L, say. What is the number of candidates who are at or above 90th percentile overall and at or above 80th percentile in both P and M in CET? So they are asking about this intersection of P and M. So that is A plus D is equal to how much? So they are saying D is equal to 5 of 5 into something. In that case, A plus D is how much? So we have these two cases. We will see in which case D can be a multiple of 5. So we have only one equation which is relating x and d. Again this, we have 3x plus d is equal to 50, right? Let us take case 1. If x is equal to 3, what will d be? 3 3 is 9, d will be 41. If x is equal to 10, what is d? 30, 50 minus 30, 20. In which case is it a multiple of 5? Not this case, this case. So we are essentially looking at this case, where x is equal to 10 and k equal to 30. In this case we have d is equal to 20. Now what should we find? We have to find a plus d, right? So we have d. What is a? A can be got from equation number 5. We have 2x plus a is equal to 2k, right? And we have x is equal to 10, k equal to 30. Let's substitute. 20 plus a is equal to 60. A is equal to 40. So we have d equal to 20, a equal to 40. What is a plus d? 40 plus 20, that is 60. So the answer to this is 60. So whatever we are getting here, Let us put it in the same row as x is equal to 10, and let's move to question number 3. So in question number 3, so we have put whatever values we got for A and D. So again, if you notice, I'm not calculating all the values for both the cases. Although we have only 2 cases, just because we can calculate, let's not calculate all the values. We'll calculate only when it's required. So question number 3, if the number of candidates who are at or above 90th percentile overall and also at or above 80th percentile in all the 3 sections is actually multiple of 5. So we are talking again about this case. Then how many candidates were shortlisted for AET for AIE? So in this case, number of candidates who got shortlisted for AET in AIE is, so again, you have to remember the question, which candidates will get selected for AIE? Those who have greater than or equal to AET, those who have greater than or equal to 90th percentile overall, so that is definitely a subset of this, and a greater than or equal to 80th percentile in at least 2, so that will be A plus B plus C plus D, right? This. So here we know A, we know D, we have these 2 values. Let us find values for B and C that can be got from equation 4 and equation 6. So let us take equation 4, 2x plus b is equal to 4k. We have x is equal to 10, 20 plus b is equal to 4 into 30, 120, b is equal to 100. Now let us take for C, let us take the equation 6, 2x plus c is equal to k. We have x is equal to 10, so 20 plus c equal to, we have k equal to 30, c equal to 10. Now what is a plus b plus c plus d? A plus b plus c plus d we have as a is 40, b is 100, c is 10, and we have d is 20. So we have how much? 40, 50, 60, 70, 170. So the answer for this is 170. Let's move to last question. Let us now look at the last question. If the number of candidates who are at or above 90th percentile overall and also at or above 80th percentile in P in CET is more than 100. So essentially they're talking about this set. So N of P, so far as this 90th percentile set is concerned, should be greater than 100. So in this condition, how many candidates had to sit for the separate test for BIE? Okay, so first let us find what where this condition holds. We have 2 cases, case 1 and case 2. So in case 2 we have all the numbers. So let us first find in case 2 whether this is holding good or not. If it's holding good, then this is our case. If not, then this will be our case. So N of P is what? A plus D plus C plus X. So that is equal to A is 40 plus D is 20 plus C is 10 plus X is 10. So we have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, right? So this is not the case. So we are talking about this case. In this case, our relevant points are A, D, C, X. We have X and D, so we need to find A and C. So to find A, I will be using equation number 5. 2x plus a is equal to 2k, and to find c, I will be using equation number 6. 2x plus c is equal to k. So in this case we have x is equal to 3 and we have k is equal to 24. 24 to is 48. So we get a equal to 42 and we get c is equal to 18. Once we get this, now we have all the information. Now what is he asking? The number of how many candidates had to sit for the separate test for BIE. So which candidates will be sitting for separate test for BIE? So far as this set is concerned, these are the students who will be writing AET. So for those candidates who are writing AET, this separate test will not be conducted. So far as this set is concerned, X will be the number of candidates who will be sitting for the separate test, plus there are 400 students who are greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P. So whatever this number is, 400 minus n of this number, n of P, are those students who are greater than or equal to 80th percentile in P, but are not, but do not have greater than 90th percentile overall. So even those students will be eligible for your the test conducted by BIE. So it is x plus 400 minus, what is n of P? N of P is A plus D plus C plus x. So that will be equal to, this plus x and minus x will get cancelled. So 400 minus A plus D plus C. So we have all the information. We have A as 42, we have C as 18, and we have D as 41, 101. So it is 400 minus 101. So 300 minus 1, that is 299. So this is our answer. So in this way we have solved this entire set. Again, as you see, as we have seen in the previous videos, we are not solving for entire numbers, all the numbers. Once you understand what the concept is, and once you understand which set represents what variables, you'll calculate only those variables that are essential to your question. So in upcoming videos, we'll be looking at more sets from 2017 DILR slot 1 of CAT paper. Thank you.